the USA Mega Party, where we're featuring some fantastic traditional recipes with the YIAH twist. And we're so excited to be here at the homestead in Frazeysburg. I'll get it right this time. And we have a fantastic lineup of consultants, home office staff, and lots of volunteers here helping us out. So welcome everyone. We've got a great lineup of some fantastic recipes that we will post later today, later tomorrow on the website, and some fantastic stills that we did prior to in all the prep. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I know we have consultants from Australia watching, so welcome everyone from Australia, from the US here, and in all the different time zones. So some of us are a little bit late and some of you are a little bit early for dinner, so hopefully we won't make you too hungry. And also from Canada, and I believe there's a few joining us from Ireland and from the UK as well. So welcome everyone. And my name is Colleen Walters, and I'm the founder and Chief Spice Curator of Your Inspiration at Home. Well, let's get started, ladies. We've got a big hour. Hopefully we can keep it all together in that hour. First of all, I know that everybody wants to win some prizes. So we've got some great prizes, and you still have time to enter if you haven't entered. We will be drawing them at the end of the episode here tonight. So the first one is going to be a mega prize draw for the beetroot dip. So all you have to do to enter is go to your smartphone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever you've got, and send an email to yahoo.com.au. Yes, yahoo.com.au. You might want to send one to yahoo.com as well, just in case, because I can't remember the web address. And I'm sure someone will sort it out on the chat that's going on there. So enter to draw. We're going to do a beetroot dip. And our second mega party prize will be, the second draw will be herb and garlic, and the third will be choc raspberry truffle, everyone's favorite. All right, so let's get started talking about our fantastic Christmas celebration. Now, of course, Christmas isn't Christmas without turkey. So we have turkey 4 ways today. Not your traditional way of doing it. We've got 4 different ways, and for those of you who are about to celebrate Thanksgiving, here in the U.S. in the next couple of, well, I guess a week, here's some ideas for your turkey, just a little bit different. So I'm going to go over to Carol and Ruth, who are going to, well, I think it's Carol that's going to be explaining this turkey. So Carol, what have you done? I think Ruth, you had a little bit of hand in this as well. So what are you doing in this incredible turkey breast? So first of all, how did you prep the turkey?
Well, we just cut the turkey in half, butterflied it, and then we have, of course, the bacon, which is a terrific, it'll be rolled in the bacon, and so that gives it a very good flavor. Inside the turkey, we'll have the figs that we have been soaking in the honey caramelized
Balsamic.
Yes.
Oh, we had a little sample of that in the little prep time before, and it is divine. I could eat those as they are now. So the honey caramelized balsamic vinegar, just in 2 types of figs. So whatever types of figs, use a dried fig in those. Let them soak. What do you use? About a quarter of a cup of 4 tablespoons? Yeah, a quarter of a cup for about 24 figs. All right, what else are we going to add to this?
We have some spices.
Mm-hmm.
We have our the Roma Italian. And
excellent.
We have already put it in. We're using some leeks.
So beautiful. You've caramelized those in
yes.
Olive oil, the Mediterranean?
Yes.
All right.
And something that was very exciting because I haven't cooked much with leeks or figs. So yes.
And so you've used in the pan you've used Mediterranean olive oil.
And a little bit of butter.
A little bit of butter. You've used the Roman Italian on top. And also I noticed that you've sprinkled some maple.
Yes, some maple cinnamon orange.
Right.
Sugar.
Excellent. So that's
Which
a type of a sugar or a glaze. So that is going to be beautiful on those leeks. All right. What's the next part that you're going to be adding to this turkey?
Let's see. I need to put the turkey on and just fill it up and roll it up, and it'll be ready to go.
Awesome. All right. Now, are the leeks whole? Or are they sliced? Or are they?
They're
going to be.
You put them in your pan, you
Just like
saute
that?
them,
Mhm.
and then you split them.
Oh,
So
awesome.
they're just like, just cut them in half lengthwise.
Okay. And so at the end, when you put the turkey in, you've stuffed it, you've rolled it, you've baked it, then what you'll do is you'll slice, and it will slice into nice sections there. Beautiful. Wonderful. Love that. All right. Now we're going to go over. Oh, hang on. We're going to try a different. I'll let you keep prepping that, and then we'll go over to Kelly, who's going to show us another neat, really gourmet way to prepare turkey. So for those of you in Australia, it's minced turkey, and here in the U.S., it's ground turkey. All right. So Kelly, what are you doing here?
We're making sliders. We did 3 different seasonings, and we divided the recipe into 3 parts and then did 3 different seasonings. We did an Asian stir fry, we did the Jamaican jerk, and then we did the za'atar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made a coleslaw to go on top using the OMG. For the dressing, we used the OMG mayonnaise and Grey
Poupon, gourmet mustard, you know? Yeah. All right. And I noticed that there's some orange in here, so you put some cheese in there as well. And
then we used, instead of using the green onions, we used the country
onion as well. Awesome. Those are going to be beautiful. So 3 different ways to use in turkey. So Asian stir fry, Jamaican jerk, which will give a nice spicy flavor for those of you like that, and something more lemony, herby, with the za'atar, more Middle Eastern though. So those would be beautiful sliders. I can't wait to see what we how they look when we're finished with those. Awesome. Now we're going to go over to Tina. Sorry, I'm going to bring you in a little earlier because they're still working on that turkey. Have a look at that turkey. Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? So that's more of the maple sugar going on top of that. Yum. All right. Okay, we'll let them roll that up, and let's have a look at, Tina's going to do, this is my mom's homemade cranberry sauce recipe. So gone are the days where you have to buy a can or a tin in Australia of cranberry sauce. Australia, I know you have a little bit more challenges trying to find fresh cranberries like this or frozen cranberries, so we'll have to work on getting that into the grocery stores there. So this is, in the U.S., you can buy fresh bags of cranberry sauce or cranberries, and you can make it there. You can freeze the bags of cranberries. So I know it's not always easy to find bags of fresh cranberries throughout the year, but if you really like to make your own cranberry sauce, you really like cranberries, you can actually just pop them in the freezer as they are in the bags, and they're beautiful. One of my favorite snacks is frozen cranberries themselves. So wonderful. All right, so what are you doing here with this cranberry sauce?
Well, I peeled 4 Granny Smith apples and boiled them in a cup of water till they are mashable, which they are. Now I'm going to add a cup of sugar and stir that.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't like the real tartness of the cranberry, so we're going to get that sugar in there to tone that down.
And then I'm going to add a bag of the fresh cranberries, and they will cook until they start to pop, which will be around 8 to 12 minutes, so it'll be a few minutes.
All right.
And then once that's done, I will add, I'll grate some orange
Zest.
and then I will add 2 tablespoons of the
orange maple glaze or sugar. Wonderful. And it would also be fantastic with the apple pie seasoning as well, apple pie spice. So either one of those are fantastic for your fresh homemade cranberry sauce this year. Love it. All right, let's go over to Kelly. How's that loaf going? All right, we'll come back to that one. Oh, look at that turkey. Fantastic. You know what? Carol is so clever. She actually wove the bacon pieces around the turkey, or first laid it flat, wove them, intertwined them together. Quite clever. And now we've got the stuffing as well. So we'll pop that in the oven for about an hour. And what's the temperature? Do you know off the three? Oh, how many degrees?
180.
180 degrees Celsius. So I'm off the top of my head. I'm going to say roughly 280 there, but you just double check your Fahrenheit, and we'll put the Fahrenheit on the recipes tomorrow. Fantastic. So how are those sliders coming along, Kelly?
They're just about done.
Beautiful.
You just flip them. They're cooking in the Mediterranean oil.
Beautiful. I can't wait. You know, we've not eaten yet, so this is going to be a real treat. Awesome. And you've got the little slider buns, the coleslaw, the lettuce, and the pickles. Great. And toothpicks, so we'll wait and see how those turn out when you're finished all of that. Well, why don't we take a break here for a minute, and let's talk about our 3 mega packs that we have on special right now. So for today's mega pack, we have the Entertainers Pack, which is beetroot dip, because you just have to have the gorgeous beetroot dip for Christmas. Dill and onion dip mix, because that is fantastic as a dip in both sour cream and mayonnaise or yogurt. So as a tzatziki, and of course it's great on potatoes, great for your breakfast if you're doing hash browns Christmas morning. So lots and lots of opportunity to use that one. And then, of course, the Mediterranean dukkha, because we're going to feature that one in a lot of things today, in a lot of our side dishes, and also it's a great appetizer just with some Mediterranean oil or some olive oil, some bread, and dip as a dukkha. So that's our Entertainers Pack. So those 3 products are $42.95, and your consultant can help you order those as well. Then we have our dessert pack. Well, I'm going to skip the dessert pack. I won't spoil Robin's thunder here, but I'll go on to the feast pack. So the feast is the country onion and chive dip mix, the herb and garlic dip mix, the Mediterranean olive oil, which you've just got to have for Christmas, the smoked orange and chili garlic salt. My number one, everyone asks me all the time, what's my number one product that I could not live without? And if I could only pick one, it would be that one. And the traditional prairie poultry seasoning for all of your many ways that you can serve turkey over the holidays. And that one is $74.95. All right, for that pack. And then we have a dessert pack, which I'll show a little bit later for Robin, but it is the rose white chocolate dukkha, the white chocolate and rose chocolate powder, and the rose sugar. So 3 fabulous desserts, and we'll show you those a little bit later. So how is it looking there? I'm watching how it all looks. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Well, who's next here? Let's look at Ruth. Let's go see what you're doing over there with your turnip. The turnip puff, are you doing the turnip puff or the sweet potato souffle? Which one do you do first?
I can do this one right now.
All right, excellent. So tell me about this one. You know, turnips are not my favorite. Never have been my favorite, but this is, again, one of my mom's recipes. Kind of disguises turnips. Well, we've actually used rutabaga. You could use parsnips, turnips, rutabaga, any of the root vegetables. And this is a great way to disguise it and make it something new and gourmet. So what are you doing here?
This was rutabaga. It was cooked till it was tender,
So
And
just like
we
you're cooking a
mash.
potato, for those people who have never cooked rutabaga or turnip or parsnip, so you just basically peel it like you would a carrot or a potato, pop it in some water, boil it, and make it soft. And what else have you added?
Added butter and some eggs and whipped it together. And then we added some baking powder and flour and brown sugar, and then some of the herb and garlic spices.
Excellent.
Just
All
stirring
right.
it up, and we'll stick it in the oven.
Fantastic. Now you could also sprinkle a little bit of Mediterranean dukkha on top as a little bit of a crust for that later, or breadcrumbs as well. So great. I know how wonderful that's going to taste later. For a total convert for someone who has not liked turnips before. Wonderful. All right. Well, we'll watch you. Is that ready to go in the pan?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I love these longer burger dishes that you can go right from the, put it right in to cook and take it out and serve in the same dish. It's beautiful. Yum.
Carol, grab me some dukkha. Which one? Is it the Mediterranean?
Yeah, we can sprinkle some med dukkha on top. Med dukkha is our short version.
I like the idea of putting it in the lid and then.
That's right. One of the things, if you watch how Ruth is doing that, is we find, why dirty another utensil? Just shake it in the, put it in the lid, shake it in, and that way you're not putting anything in the your spices. You're not, accidentally putting something that's got food on it. And if you're like me, you don't want to wash another utensil. So that looks fabulous, Ruth. All right. So how long are you going to cook that in there for? Probably about, well, we'll find the recipe. About 20, 30 minutes?
375 for 25 minutes.
All right. Good. 20, 30. That works. All right. Okay. Now, let's see. Who else has got something going on here? How are those cranberries going? Oh, come and have a look at this. I'm really starting to see them bubble and starting to split, which is perfect. A few more minutes and they'll be ready to go.
Yep.
Oh, let's look at what Kelly's got with her sliders. Oh, those look fabulous. How clever is that? A new way to serve turkey. For those of you wanting something really cool, really unique, really gourmet for your Thanksgiving coming up, easy thing to do. And what a great way to use leftover turkey as well after Christmas. So love it. Those are gorgeous. Well done, Kelly. Okay. Now, all right, let's go back over. Oh, no, here we are with Carol. So, Carol, what are you making here? This looks really interesting.
I am doing some turkey and cranberry sausage rolls using crescent rolls.
And then, of course, our turkey. And we've added some breadcrumbs and onions. And a secret ingredient that I'm anxious to try is the cranberry sauce.
And some camembert cheese.
Yes.
Camembert cheese. I always say that wrong. Camembert cheese, right? So you
Yes.
could use brie or camembert. Both would be acceptable in that. So let's go over the recipe again. It's ground turkey, some cranberry sauce, and did you use the country onion and chive dip mix?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
I did.
And what else?
And some of the prairie poultry.
So the traditional
Spice.
prairie poultry. So you're going to
Yes.
get that lovely sage flavor throughout. Wonderful. And for those of you in Australia, you would of course use a puff pastry. And then those of you here in the U.S., the crescent rolls that you can get in the refrigeration department of your local grocery store is something quick and easy to do as well. Those are going to look fantastic. I can't wait to taste that too with the cranberry, the traditional prairie poultry. It's like having a post-Christmas turkey bun all in one. I love it. That's awesome. Wonderful. All right, over to Ruth. And Ruth is going to show us a, which one's this? This is
The sweet potato souffle.
sweet potato souffle. So if you want to do something a little different than the mashed potatoes, or if you want to serve a couple of styles of potatoes, here's a great way to do it.
I've got the peeled and cooked sweet potatoes. I'm adding butter, some flour, and of course our pumpkin pie spices, some brown sugar, and eggs. And I'll be whipping this all together. And then the topping will be pecans, some of the maple cinnamon orange sugar, brown sugar, flour, and the pumpkin pie spice, and butter. And we'll
Wow.
crumble that together and just spread it over the top and stick it in the oven for probably about 25 minutes at around 350.
Wonderful. Okay, well, we'll let you get going with that. And we'll come back to see this. Now, we've got another thing, a pumpkin souffle, no, sorry, what do you call it? A pumpkin fluff dip. All right, how did you make that one?
Okay, Kylie, you're the one that should be telling me this. It's pumpkin, pureed pumpkin, whipped cream, vanilla pudding, and of course our pumpkin pie spice. That's the wrong one. This one.
And some cream cheese.
And some cream cheese. Just whip it all together. It is awesome with, you can use grapes, strawberries, vanilla cookies, that type, and dip it. But make sure you have some of the maple cinnamon orange sugar. Dip it in the fluff first and then dip it in the sugar. Awesome.
Wow, so
That's a
that
good
this
afternoon.
is a sweet dip.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Dip it
Oh,
in
I
there,
must try that too.
and it is wonderful.
Mmm. Yum. All right, so we have got our pumpkin in, for those people who are doing, want to do a little bit different than a pumpkin pie. You've got all of the wonderful flavors of pumpkin pie. Of course, it's not big, but a great one for
A great
Thanksgiving too.
afternoon or
Yeah.
evening after the meal.
Wonderful. All right, I will come back to that souffle in a minute. Oh, look at those. So you've done you've just brushed them with melted butter as well?
With egg.
Oh, with egg.
Give
Oh,
it-
an egg wash.
Give
Okay.
it an egg wash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So just simply an egg wash. Fantastic. Easy to do. I can't wait to see how those go. Wow, that cranberry sauce is coming along. Okay, so what are you going to do next?
All right, I'm going to put the one orange zest in, about 2 tablespoons maybe.
That smells beautiful.
And then I'm going to add the orange maple sugar.
So the we call it an orange maple sugar, but it's actually dried maple syrup. It's one of our sweet ranges. So one of the sugars that we call it a sugar, but it really is dried maple syrup. So fantastic flavor to add to that. A little bit of Canadian touch here to this North American traditional holiday feast. And what are you doing next? I know you've got something else here.
I am going to do caramelized Brussels sprouts with buttered breadcrumbs and dried cranberries. I had to boil or put in the Brussels sprouts in hot water until they turned bright green. I seasoned the water with lime cracked pepper.
And there's an interesting story about that, but we're not going to go on that right now.
No,
I think we have photos or something back later. So
yeah, can hardly wait. So once you get your Brussels sprouts to the bright green color, you need to put them in an ice bath so that they will cool down, of course, before they finish cooking. And
That's right.
then-
There's nothing worse than mushy Brussels sprouts.
Mhm.
Like Brussels sprouts for most of us are hard to take, but then when they're absolutely mushy, not my favorite at all. So how are we going to make this really gourmet? How are we going to kick this up a notch? So what you did first, go through
Well,
it. Yeah.
I went ahead and I cut the ends off of it. Once they were cool, you have to drain them very thoroughly and then just cut them in half. Then you have to get your oil. I'm using Mediterranean oil. Get it very hot, let it warm for about 2 minutes, and then you need to put the Brussels sprouts in the oil.
So a really hot pan.
Really hot pan.
All right. So make sure you have your Christmas apron on for this, ladies and gentlemen. And so you're just going to basically saute this for a couple
Saute them
minutes?
for about 5 minutes.
All right.
And then once they are brown on the bottom, we'll continue to cook for 7 more minutes. So I'll let them sit till they're
Okay.
brown.
All right, we'll come back to that. Let's go back over to Ruth, who's finishing up this fantastic souffle. All right, what have you done here?
Okay, I've got this all mixed together, and I'm ready to get it out. Put it in my pan.
Wow, very cool. So do you serve this as a main or as a dessert, or what? You just put it on the table like a...
We always have
yeah.
mashed potatoes, but we also have our family
because it's
has.
quite sweet, isn't
It is.
But
It
that's
is.
the way, if you
It's
go to any
wonderful that
restaurant,
way.
you've got the brown sugar, the butter, the cream, I mean, everything goes on.
Sweet potatoes, brown sugar, and
potatoes, yeah.
cinnamon are
Yeah.
really good together.
Yeah.
So, and then just spread the. This could be put in a bigger pan, spread out a little thinner.
Mhm.
I mean, I should do that. And then you just spread this on top of it.
And what's in that crumble again on the top? What is
This
that?
is butter, a little bit of flour, a little bit of baking powder, pecans. I put a little bit of the pumpkin pie spice, and then the
Maple cinnamon orange.
maple cinnamon orange.
That is
And
a very popular one on this recipes today. Wow, we're going to eat so well tonight.
this
I love
is
it.
a huge favorite in our family for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Great. So those of you who are consultants and already have some of these products in your home, I think there's some great recipes to try next week for your Thanksgiving. And how long does this one cook?
Probably around a half hour at 350.
All right.
Very
Beautiful.
yummy.
Okay. So, do you have how this apple roll-up going? Yay or? Okay. Well, okay, that'll be the next one. All right, Robin, do you want to share the stage here with your masterpieces? Sure. Oh my goodness. Look at these desserts. Now, what I've done is I've come across a few trifle recipes, and trifle takes hours to make, and well, that's just not me. I like something that's quick and easy, has some really unique flavors, so I looked for some recipes that we could really have some fun with YIAH products. So tell us a little bit about these two trifles. We'll first start with the basics.
The base for this one is Black Forest Duca brownie with chocolate raspberry truffle, and bake that ahead of time. And then I just cut them into squares And then this is just like a pound cake, and we'll crumble that in this one.
Wonderful. So bring those all over here, and we'll set you up here and have a look. All right.
It's in the right direction.
So these are fantastic. Those of you who would like to have, you know, a little bit of spirits in there, some Cointreau works well with both of these flavors. But we've chosen to make the non-alcohol version for these. So there goes the two Dukkha brownies. So this is Black Forest Dukkha in the brownies. And of course, we will share that recipe. It is amazing. And then, and it also has some chalk raspberry truffle in it.
Yes.
And now she's just basically deconstructing this pound cake. And what have you done with the, so you're going to put berries in this one?
Yes, berries in this one. And then I'm going to put strawberries in the other one. And we have marinated those in the OMG, the orange mango guava. Really good. Just layer some of those in there.
Awesome. So we've got some thinly sliced fresh strawberries marinated in OMG,
Yes.
so orange mango guava, balsamic vinegar, wonderful. And
we've made some berry jello.
Some berry jello. So just, you know, for those of you who like to use the flavored gelatin, we've used raspberry flavored gelatin, or you can make your own gelatin using gelatin leaf or powder. And
this has pureed berries.
Yeah, and there's raspberries that have been pureed, put through a sieve to reduce the number of seeds in it. And we're just going to, well, Robin's just sprinkling that in there. And you can do it, it doesn't have to be fully set Jello, gelatin. You can do it so it's really, it's better that it's still, it's cold, but really syrupy.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one, when we made it, it was syrupy.
Right, it was too runny.
It was too runny.
This one was perfect. This one over here, that they had set more, so it was great.
This one is well set.
Yeah, these are getting to be the point where it's just the last bit that you'd want to use on these. So fantastic. And then what we'll do? Top it with custard or vanilla pudding. And you just layer it up there. Awesome. And then you've done some beautiful whipped cream as well, haven't you?
Yes. I have made chocolate raspberry truffle for the top of our Black Forest.
All right, so just plain whipped cream.
Just plain
And-
whipped cream with a tablespoon of the
Chalk raspberry
raspberry
truffle.
truffle.
Yeah, awesome. And
This one has the rose white chocolate with the rose.
right, and also in there you can also layer it with the rose white chocolate Dukkha as well. It can go on the top, or it can go in the layers with the fruit.
Top this with the stupid
Beautiful. Just a little sprinkle there. Yep.
raspberries.
Couple of raspberries. Wow, how easy is that? How beautiful is that? And it's a twist on the traditional English trifle. Beautiful. Couple of these beautiful OMG strawberries. Well done.
A little bit of rose sugar to top.
Oh, yes. You could even rim the martini glass or whatever glass you're using with the rose sugar as well. Beautiful. Well done, Robin. Those are gorgeous. And welcome to the team. Robin is one of our newest consultants here in the U.S., so excited to have her in our first Christmas mega party. So welcome, and
Thank
glad
you.
you jumped right in. It's the
Just jumped
YIAH
in.
style.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Let me tell you a little bit, because Robin's new, I want to tell you a little bit about the opportunity to be part of your inspiration at home. It's an exciting time for our company. We're on track to set a new record this month, which is really exciting for us. And of course, almost every month has been a record for us this year, so it's been an incredible growth year. So I'd like to welcome you and give you the opportunity to be part of the Your Inspiration at Home team. Now's the perfect time to join, because not only do you get fabulous products in your kit that you can use for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for after Christmas when you want something new and exciting in your January New Year's resolutions, but you also can take advantage of shopping from your own store. So being able to set up your own website, shop from your own store, and support yourself for buying Christmas presents and gift giving this year. So it's a really great time to do it. And of course, with every mega demo that we do, I'm going to sweeten the kitty a little bit for you. So right now we have a fabulous November special, and your consultant will tell you all about what our joining offer is this month. And it is some great oils, vinegars. In the U.S., it's oils and dukkahs that you get for free when you join, depending on which kit that you purchase. However, today, well, actually for this weekend only, when you join with the business kit or the executive kit, you're going to be able to get half of the price of your kit back with your first $200 order. All right, so you get half price back in your online wallet. So that means the next order you place, you're going to have this money available, just like a little credit card, to be able to pay for your next order from your rebate. So really encourage you to take up the offer. I know there's only a little bit of time for Christmas, but it's the perfect time to join. You're going to get some fabulous recipe ideas. You're going to have a very special Christmas feast at your place. And of course, you can shop for your own website. All right. Now, for those of you who still are thinking that, hey, I could still squeeze my own demonstration and invite a few friends and family over, you know, there's lots of time to still host a party in November and take advantage of those half price, the double host credits for the month of November. So it's a great time to host. So if you're thinking that, well, you know, a few of my friends would want to buy this product for entertaining over the holidays or for Christmas gift giving, of course, the best way to get the product is for free by hosting your own demo as well. Now, let's see, where are we at with these? Let's, we'll go back over and see how this fantastic Brussels sprouts are going.
They're doing well. They've cooked. I've added the butter to let it make them moist again. And then I added some of the smoked garlic, orange chili salt. And now I'm getting ready to put in the dried cranberries.
Wow, this gives Brussels sprouts a whole new flavor.
And then all I need to do is put them on my platter, which is, we use breadcrumbs instead of bread, so we cheated. But we added the Mediterranean dukkah in the breadcrumbs and Roma Italian for some seasoning.
Excellent.
So
Now you can also take a baguette, crumble that up, make a more rustic breadcrumb, almost like a crouton style as well. But look at that. That is just incredible. I know I'm excited about Brussels sprouts, but having never been my favorite, this is going to be one that we'll be serving at our holiday feast in Vancouver. Wonderful. Wow, look at that. Did you ladies see this? This is Brussels sprouts. I mean, boring old Brussels sprouts, and look how amazing those look.
They smell wonderful.
Beautiful. All right. I think we have some more dessert going on over here. All right, Carol, what have you got here? This looks interesting.
I'm doing apple roll-ups.
Okay,
I call it, I'm sorry,
so instead of an apple pie.
or dumplings.
Right.
I like to do this because it's easier. It's all, yeah, I'll show you what I do.
All right, so what type of dough have you made here?
I've made like a pie dough,
Mm-hmm.
but I use milk
Okay.
instead of the traditional water.
Mhm.
But yes. And then the apples are just grated. And then, of course, we use the apple pie spice. The
Apple
country
pie
baked
spice, yeah.
Apple pie spice.
And we were having a
And-
conversation earlier about that apple pie spice. And,
Yes.
and the question is, what is that? What is that flavor? What is different about the apple pie spice? Because once people taste it, they go, "Oh, that you used amazing apples." And it really isn't the apples that have been, people have been commenting on it. It is this unique pie spice. And this is, of course, one of my mom's recipes. Years of growing up, having her make apple pie all the time was fantastic. And one of the unique ingredients in this cardamom, and it's traditionally used in more Scandinavian style desserts, and of course in Indian food in the savory. So this is where that it's a really light, almost citrusy note there. So have you put any sugar on the apples?
Yes.
Yep, a little bit of, is it brown sugar or?
Yes,
Yep,
brown sugar.
brown sugar, some apple pie spice, and beautiful pastry dough.
Yeah.
All right.
And then after I get them cut, rolled and cut in the pan, then I have a mixture of water and brown sugar again, and some of the spice, and I'll just pour it over
Oh,
The
so you get a nice
the
sauce.
roll-ups,
Yeah.
and then it'll create its own sauce,
Beautiful.
and it's very good served with ice cream or milk.
Wow. Wow. I think I could actually make this. Oh, hang on.
Yes.
I don't want to say this out loud because I think some of my family members might be watching this and might expect something like this for Christmas this year. So I'm going to have to really work on this recipe and make sure that now that I've said it out loud, I create this for our Christmas. Well,
It's
awesome.
really very easy.
All right.
You
So
can
are
do it.
you going to show us how to roll it up?
Yes.
All right.
I just start at the end, and I just roll it like a cinnamon roll or a jelly
Mhm.
roll. I just bring it around.
So you've just basically lightly floured the surface,
Yes.
Same as you'd make pie,
Mhm.
and roll it up. That looks beautiful.
Then I've got my hand. I just cut them. I just lay them in.
Oh, this looks fabulous.
This is something
Oh, the
my
first one
family likes.
always splits, doesn't it? Beautiful. That looks like great for afternoon tea, or, in my house it might be a breakfast treat.
At my house, it's usually a supper treat.
Yeah.
And it's, yes.
Beautiful. Much easier than an apple pie, but you're getting all the same flavors, aren't you?
And dumplings.
Right.
It's not as much work.
Right.
It's just,
And does it cook quicker than a traditional apple pie or dumpling?
you still want to bake it,
Mhm.
probably 35, 40 minutes.
All right.
Something like that. And then I just have my liquid mixture, and it's just the brown sugar and the water.
Just brown sugar, water, and does it have any more
A
of the
little
apple pie
A
spice?
little bit of flour.
A little flour. All right.
I'll do that when I get done,
All
because I
right.
want some maple sugar or something.
Beautiful. And of course, if you liked walnuts, you could put walnuts in there,
Mhm.
anything like that as well. Gorgeous.
And then to top it off,
Oh, here we go. Another Your Inspiration at Home product.
the
You
maple
just
cinnamon
love
and
that.
orange.
Maple cinnamon
Yes,
orange.
I want a little bit of that too.
All right.
Let me do that first. See, that's why you always put it on the lid.
That's right.
some words of wisdom from Colleen.
And it's easy to, a lot of people ask us, oh, you know, do you do shaker tops? Well, you don't need a shaker top when you do that. And shaker tops actually contribute to your spices going bad. So if you were to use a shaker top and shake over here, the steam from this water, warm water coming up on this would cause your spice to, you know, to cake. It loses its flavor, all of that. And that's one of the reasons we don't put shaker tops on our product. Most people also use our product by the tablespoon or teaspoon. So to have a shaker top, they end up flipping the tops off anyway. So wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So what have we got over here? We've got, you finished that one, you finished that one? You finished that one? How did that turkey loaf? Is that one ready to come out of the oven over there? No, the turkey loaf. Yeah. So we did another one. Instead of the average, you know, ground beef or mince loaf, we done a turkey loaf. So tell us a little bit about this one.
We used the turkey, and then we used the country onion, the traditional prairie poultry, and then we also used urban garlic instead of, it called for garlic and sage, so we used the urban garlic spice in it instead, and then you melted cranberry jelly and put it over top of it, and then it bakes for an hour.
Wonderful. So that's what that lovely red glaze is on top. It's actually a cranberry jelly that's been melted. You know, so if you're using the jelly out of the can, you just melt it, glaze it this, and then pop it in and do your meatloaf, well, turkey loaf that way. That is fantastic. So a great way to do some fun things with turkey. It's amazing. So what, I know we didn't have a chance to talk earlier while we were describing everything, but what is your favorite thing that you remember from holiday Christmases and your favorite meal? What part of your favorite dish in the meal? Robin, what's your favorite dish?
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato casserole.
Yep, sweet potato casserole. So this souffle is a fantastic twist on an old favorite. Love it. All right, Kelly.
My dad's dressing.
Your dad's stuffing. Awesome. So I think maybe the turkey breast there was something different. And stuffing's one of my favorite, and that's the traditional prairie poultry. In this one, we used it also in the little sausage rolls. Was that the traditional pastry, prairie poultry seasoning in there? So you're getting the flavor of that real earthy sage stuffing, but it's actually in your turkey this year. So fantastic. What about you, Carol? One of your favorite dishes for holidays?
Cranberry salad.
Excellent. Yes. So do you do a homemade cranberry sauce? Excellent.
My mom makes the best, and my mother-in-law also made very, very good cranberry salad.
So what YIAH products might you put in, your Inspiration at Home products might you try in your cranberry sauce this year?
Well, you kind of helped me there, because I didn't work with that at
Well,
all.
we did maple, cinnamon orange.
That sounds good, yes.
Yes.
We
cranberry
love
sauce.
orange
Yep.
with the cranberries. So,
Yeah. Two flavors go fantastic together. Thank you. And Ruth, your favorite traditional Christmas part of the meal? Yeah.
Probably the sweet potato souffle, but I usually make also the traditional, like Mom always made when growing up, just doing the sweet potatoes in chunks and not cook ahead of time, and then putting a glaze with sugar. And I would use the same spices, the pumpkin pie spice and the maple orange, cinnamon orange.
Wonderful.
It's probably one of the favorites.
Awesome. And Tina, you thought you'd missed out on that. What is your favorite? I know you are Brussels sprout queen, but you
They're
know,
good.
one of your favorites. Of course they're good. They're big YIAHs.
My favorite holiday food would probably be the stuffing and homemade noodles.
Homemade noodles. Wow, I haven't tried those. We'll look at that for the next time. Awesome. Well, of course, for me, it's always the desserts. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of these desserts. We have a really big tradition of seafood on Christmas Eve, and I will be doing this year by special request, because I did it last year, Peking duck for New Year for Christmas Eve as well. So we'll be doing those ones, and of course stuffing. We can, you know, turkey I can do without, but stuffing and gravy and mashed potatoes, absolutely, those are my traditions. So we of course use our YIAH, Your Inspiration at Home products at all of our Christmas meals. Well, thank you, ladies. You guys have done a fabulous job, and I can't wait for these last 9 minutes to tick by so that we can dig in and taste these great creations. I want to again thank you all for joining us, and I hope that you learned some, you know, some new twists to your old favorites, some ideas for Thanksgiving around the corner. For those of you who are thinking now would be the perfect time to join, we welcome you into the Your Inspiration at Home team wherever you may be, whether you're in the US or in Australia or some of our new emerging markets. We look forward to supporting you in Canada, the UK, and Ireland as well. Don't forget, you still have time to hashtag YIAH Mega Party on Facebook. We are doing a draw from Facebook as well, and you still have time to enter to win beetroot, the choc raspberry truffle, and the herb and garlic, and the whole party will win. So if your party is drawn, every single guest at that particular party will win those products. And the hosts for the mega party, anybody that hosted a mega party in their home, you get to choose one of those mega packs for half price if you like, with your half price bonuses. Remember, in November you get double half price bonuses as well. Now, I just want to let you all know, for those of you who love these mega demos and get lots of information out of them, and of course we're so much fun and casual doing them, that we will be doing a Your Inspiration at Home tea party in January. So I will send out the dates to our lovely consultants, and they will let you all know when the tea party will happen in January. So thank you again, and from our Your Inspiration at Home family to yours, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day for those people coming up to celebrate that. And I've just actually been told that I forgot to do mine. So hang on, I wanted to wrap it up, and I'm going to have to wrap up in a second, but come on over here. You need to grab the champagne and the, you know, we can't do a party without some of our fantastic drink opportunities. If someone can open that for me, because we've all seen that. So I'm going to start with a martini. So I think in the bottom of the freezer there is a little plastic martini shaker for fun. All right. So we've got about a half a cup to a cup of ice in there. We're going to use a little 1 ounce of vodka, easy to do. All right. We're going to put in eggnog. Where is that? All right. And I will call this 1 ounce of eggnog. All right. Oh, I need some white chocolate. I think that white chocolate may be over there.
Rose white?
No, just regular white. Oh, it's right here. Forget it. I've already got it. Ooh, yay. All right. And a tablespoon of white chocolate, as I measure. And a little sprinkle of pumpkin pie spice. And we had difficulties with the test on this one, so let's see if I can do it better this way. It's just really stuck. And this is not going to be one of those instances where we have, where what do we have, the can opener. All right. It was stuck before. This is the equipment. You try it. I just need to close it. All right. So that's what we put in there. In this one, we have infused. We'll wait for that shaker to come out. For this one is a bottle of Pinot Grigio, one of my favorites, and a liter of clear apple juice. And we're going to put in some Cointreau. You could put vodka as well. And for the Cointreau, I'm going to put in about a half a cup of Cointreau, because I measure. And the champagne. We're going to put some champagne. And of course, you can see some apples in here. So some really sweet apples. We're going to put in some champagne here. And you can call this punch whatever you like, but, you know, with the alcohol in it, you might want to call it the naughty punch. So half a bottle to a bottle of champagne. You can put sugar in to taste if you like. And of course, you can rim the glass with lemon myrtle sugar is what would be beautiful with this. Because what I've done is I've taken the Pinot Grigio and I've used a little tea sack. You can use a tea ball as well, and you don't heat it up. You take the Pinot Grigio and you take a couple tablespoons of the organic lemon soother tea. You put it in the tea sack and you just pop it in to the Pinot Grigio and let it sit for about 30 to 45 minutes. And you've actually got a tea-infused wine. And that was the base that we started with. Then I added the apple juice. Then I added the apples. Then I've added the Cointreau. And now, just to give it some fun, some bubbles, I've added the champagne. And, of course, you can rim it with the lemon myrtle sugar and a beautiful beautiful champagne punch for the holidays. Isn't that gorgeous? All right. Now, the other one. I think we've got it ready. So this is an eggnog martini. So let's just go over what's in here. We've got ice. We've got an ounce of vodka. We've got a free pour of eggnog, a tablespoon of white chocolate, and about a half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Make sure everything's sealed in here. And you just shake it for about a couple minutes. Not even. I didn't even take it for a minute. Just get it nice and cold. I know it's really loud, and I apologize for that. But I did have to try the recipe out earlier. And everyone who sampled it said it was absolutely fantastic. So here's your eggnog martini. And of course, I would probably rim this one with the chai sugar if I was to do it, or the mocha grinder sugar as well if I was to wanting to rim the glass. And of course, how we do this is just sprinkle it into the lid, get the desired amount, and just top it up with a little bit extra of the pumpkin pie spice. And there you go, a gorgeous martini with all the festive trimmings there. All right, I think we've just reached our time. So again, I want to thank you all for spending some time with us today. whether it's early in the day in Australia, around dinner time in the Pacific and time zone, and of course fairly late here for Eastern Standard Time. And again, thank you so much for being here. And from all the Your Inspiration at Home family, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the best for a fantastic New Year. Bye for now.